Friday, September 14th. This is a big but very weird news day, and so the copy accompanying this video is equally weird. Part of the weirdness is the entire television news industry has trapped itself in the Florence fizzle, which is now drizzle and a lot of rain, and I'm sure people are uncomfortable, but it's not the storm of a lifetime. But they can't get out of there, and so they can't cover everything else that's going on, and there's a lot going on. And the most important pieces, the Fed, to us, to the housing industry, to interest rates. And we have been in a period of extraordinary stability. Mortgage rates have been within 1/8% of 4.75 ever since February. And I have warned repeatedly that we could come out of that on the high side. Now it looks as though we're going to. The Fed has entered. I am a believer in the Fed. I deeply believe in the need for central banks. And their jobs are unbelievably difficult and dangerous for all of us. But they are now in a place, at the end of 3 years of raising the cost of money from nothing to something, all of a sudden it starts to matter. Now, they're going to raise a quarter point the cost of money late this month. They're highly likely to do it again in December, and they're now very likely to do it again 2 more times by next spring. That would take the overnight cost of money from 2 to 3. That would take prime from 5 to 6. Mortgage rates will certainly be above 5, although not much. And the debate that's opened up this week, and the financial markets are beginning to react to it, and they don't like it, is the Fed statement that instead of pausing after getting up in the general vicinity of 2 3/4 or 3, if the economy, that's the conditional phrase, if the economy continues on its current pace of growth, then instead of pausing near 2 3/4 or 3, it's going to keep going. In plain English, if the economy doesn't slow down of its own accord, the Fed next year will take steps to see to it that it does slow down. And the work is so hard and so dangerous that the Fed's inevitably going to get it wrong. Its chances of getting this right are 1 in 5, that it will either underdo what it has to do and we wind up with inflation, or it will overdo and we will wind up with a deep or unnecessary slowdown. I hate to bring this news to you in the middle of September, but it's what's happening, and it started to happen at midweek this week. And in the copy next to this video, you'll see charts of the goings on. But this business of overcovering emotional events like hurricanes. By last night and this morning, Paul Manafort copped a guilty plea, and there wasn't anybody home at CNN or CNBC or anybody to cover it. So on that note, do have a good weekend. Thank you.